All right, welcome to my FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because there's other mediums to get this information, especially the blog. And the blog is at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com. But wherever you are enjoying this content, if there's a more open info, instruction, something, I said instruction, intro, whatever, right? Button. I'm kind of excited, so let me calm down, calm down. More open, whatever. Click that button, and another box will open that will have a link to the blog. All right, so, and also my PayPal link is there, and maybe the link to rss.com. Some of the sites don't like that link for some reason and they reject. So, but anyway, rss.com is a transcript, has a transcript so you can read along. But also, that's why I like, me personally, and other people have told me, if you go to the blog, the video is on the blog, and you can follow along with what I'm saying. The words are right there, and then it's a little easier. Let me turn that down. Oops. Okay. The news still isn't really back to regular. It's still a lot about Syria, which is to be expected, I guess. All right, so let's get it. Well, wait. I'm forgetting. Apple Podcasts, My FX Buddies, Rumble.com is My FX Buddies, Spotify.com, audio and video content, My FX Buddies. All right, so it's December 11th. It's 8. This should update for December 11th, but it covers news from the 9th, 10th, and today. So there really wasn't a whole lot of news. The 9th was kind of slow. And then the 10th was really slow because the 10th was their victory day. So the news was all about that. And we don't, well, that's not our focus. That's not my point of focus. And then the serious stuff, that's just beginning. And I came across, someone sent me a video of a plan, and I have the video. It's at the bottom of the blog. You should definitely watch that. It's less than 2 minutes, and it shows a plan they had. I don't even know what year it was, but it goes back far. But anyway, okay, so let's get into it. So the title article, Kirkuk will get its due in the 2024 budget. I about fell out of my chair when I read this article. So this Hakim guy, I don't like him. The day that they brought him out, I just had really bad feelings. But there he is. So he dresses like a holy man, but he's a politician. And the way they introduced him, he was at a shooting range. And the look in his eyes when he was shooting that rifle, I was like, I don't know about him. But anyway, so for some reason, he's the one holding this meeting with the people of Kirkuk, which I call Kirkukians, because Kirkuk is not part of Iraq, and they're not part of Kurdistan, even though technically they are in Iraq. But they are like, we are Kirkuk. But anyway, so Hakim held a press conference in Kirkuk on Wednesday, during which he confirmed that support for the governance will be present in 2024 budget, and Kirkuk will receive its due share. What? So you see why they haven't shown us that 2024 budget. There's some stuff in there. And we're still waiting. We're still waiting for what? The Gazette issue 4782? They still haven't put that, right? Okay. So, oh look. Look, I've been doing this since 2015. That's when I started doing this. Geez, that's going to be 10 years. Oh, anyway, sorry I got sidetracked by that. Is that always there? Anyway, all right. So let's see. He stressed the importance of administrative decentralization and the powers of local governments as a guarantee for the unity of Iraq, calling for abandoning the rentier state and activating productive sectors. So again, there's that word, rentier state, which means a country or state, you know what they call it, that gets most of their income from one source. And then usually when I see this sentence, it says activate private sector, but here they put productive sector. So Kirkuk is a model of coexistence and is prepared to activate these various sectors, indicating that support for the governance will be present in the 2024 budget and Kirkuk will get its due share. So I've never seen anything like that. I'm like, wow, okay, and that's just one article that I'm excited about. So that came out today. This came out on the 9th. Parliamentary committee criticizes dollar selling platform. It has many problems and suspicions of corruption. So the guy who says this is Muhammad Al-Baldawi, if that's how you say that. But who is he? Nobody, right? Actually, he's somebody, but look what he says. The platform for selling dollar, the transfer operations are plagued by many problems and suspicious of corruption, pointing today, now this was yesterday, today a new mechanism for transfer within the central bank has begun. What? That's a major announcement. That is a major announcement if he really means it, right? And why would he be the one to announce that? Ali Al-Haq should be announcing that, or Mohammed Saleh. But this guy he has two positions, titles, whatever. He's, yeah, but whatever. We don't care. But I was like, that is something. Maybe it's nothing, but I think it's something. All right, so then you can read the rest of that. That's a short little article. Look at this. Iraq signs memorandum of understandings with 15 Greek companies to invest in various sectors. And they have not done any new business for 24 years. So now all of a sudden they go, I don't know if Iraq went there. Let's see. Or if the Greek delegation came to them or whatever. But yes, 15 Greek companies doing. So it was an important forum under the auspices of Iraqi Ministry of Trade. So they are friendly countries, including the Republic of Greece, praising the pioneering role played by the Federation of Iraqi Chambers of Commerce, headed by that person there, in building international cooperation and creating a supportive environment for businessmen. And then there's more to that. And they list some of the things here: construction, building, health, and agriculture. So this forum is positive and reflects a good image of Iraq to the world, that it is healthy and does not resemble yesterday. All right, and then here, this is another little thing. So now we're on the 10th. Iraq Development Fund announces imminent launch of 4 basic projects. Um, what I find interesting is he says now we are ready to start the projects that we promised the public during the coming period. Yes, I know, but then he continued. The last sentence says he continued, soon many projects will appear on the ground. So I like that. And then here, this is interesting. I thought the Key or Q card company and SAS, they're coming together. So SAS is the company that's the authorized agent to sell Toyota and Lexus cars in Iraq. So they're partnering with the Key company to make flexible, easy installment payments. And that's a change. Typically, Iraqis like to save money and buy something, pay cash for it. So now here's an introduction. I mean, I'm sure they already are making payments, but this is a big deal, right? There's 2 companies coming together, Toyota and Lexus. So, yep, they're moving them right along. Okay, I think this is today. There's words in here that I dangerously and I'm admitting it is dangerous to put more meaning into a word. But remember, they can't come out and say some of these things. So let's just see. I'm going to read some of it and how do you feel? Government advisor. So this is Muhammad Saleh. Tighter controls on suspicious money transfers reduce exchange rate manipulation. This article is mainly about the exchange rate. Okay, so he confirmed today, Wednesday, that tightening control over suspicious financial transfers reduces manipulation of exchange rates and the stability of the national currency, while indicating that limiting speculation reduces the use of foreign currencies, i.e. the dollar, right, in unproductive operations. So he said to the news, all this stuff, speculators, if we get rid of that, we can enhance currency stability. There's mechanisms to combat illegal activities, all that. Then you get down to the bottom here, such as money smuggling or manipulation of exchange rates, which maintains the stability of the value of the national currency. So twice he says national currency. He added, taking strict measures against speculators and manipulators in the currency market strengthens confidence in the financial system and demonstrates the strength of government policy in protecting the national economy. So I get the feeling he's saying, hey, we're doing something different. We're doing something different and it's going to boost. Now he's saying stabilize, but I'm saying boost the national currency, which will then boost the national economy, right? So very good. You should read that. You should read the whole article. Even though, but I just pointed out those parts. But very good, very good. Now look at this. This is really interesting. Oh, there's a picture here. I'm not sure why it's not showing, but that's what it does sometimes. Governor of Central Bank of Iraq receives a delegation from the International Finance Corporation. And remember, they are a subsidiary of the World Bank. So His Excellency The governor of the CBI, Al-Hakim, received a delegation, blah, 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 right? During the meeting, they discussed strengthening bilateral relationships between the Central Bank of Iraq and the International Finance Corporation. That's my phone. The importance of cooperation between local banks and correspondent banks, with technical support from the corporation and the development of Islamic banks operating in Iraq, in addition to the banking reforms carried out by banks in cooperation with Ernst & Young and Oliver Wyman. Why is this important? This is the new system. This is the new way the country is going to move dollars. Remember, there are banks that were approved and they'll be audited by, among two other companies, Ernst & Young and Oliver Wyman. So they're there talking about it. And then what I like about the Islamic banks is they're usually the last ones that they bring along. So this is telling me they're in a new phase and they're getting close, which they should be. The auctions are supposed to go away the end of this month, right? Okay. Also, they discussed the proposal to establish a leasing company with local and foreign contributions, which is one of the financial systems used to provide financing for projects and individuals without the need to directly purchase assets such as machinery and industrial equipment, vehicles, offices, and warehouses. So they're saying, hey, just come. Just bring your plans, bring your people, and you can lease the equipment. And then a lot of people say if Iraq has put something in their news, it's already done. So here they're talking about a proposal for it, but it could possibly already be done and ready. So they're getting ready. This to me says they're getting ready for the foreign investors to come in and start rebuilding. And I think that's awesome. Then they talk about that Riata Bank, but whatever. That won't happen till next year anyway. Okay, so then also, Lilac was busy today. He had a meeting. Look, I don't know why they don't like that picture either. Well, he had a meeting with the Czech ambassador. Actually, that's not his title is economic attaché. So they talked about, I'm not sure. Well, yeah, it seems to say the Czech Republic is going to educate Iraq. They're going to support an integration of the Iraqi government. It was agreed to train a team of employees from the CBI and the Ministry of Finance in the Czech Republic with support of the Czech Ministry of Finance. So I guess they're probably going to open a bank, right? If they don't already have a bank in the Czech Republic, it looks like soon they'll be opening a bank, and they're training the employees how to work there. So interesting. All right, so those are the most exciting articles. These are just interesting. So because we know they're not going to move the budget ahead, right? The government has not yet sent the full details of the budget, and Parliament's gone until next year. But here they also talk about the financial management law. So they're doing something with the financial management law. And there was one thing else in here. Speaking about this file, the member of the Parliamentary Finance Committee, Mustafa Karari, revealed the existence of legal and constitutional violations by the government in sending the budget law to the House of Representatives. So, yeah. So see, they have to do things right. If they try to do something out of the Constitution, the members of parliament that want to make trouble, they'll go, that's out of the Constitution, and I'm going to bring a federal case, and there'll be more delays. All right, so that article looks long, but it's really not. But it talks about why they chose $16. So that I put this here for people who like articles like that. Then here's another one. The Iraqi parliament frustrates Iraqis and causes huge financial losses. So the title alone tells you, well, in this case, let me restate that. In this case, the title alone tells you what this article is about. And here it says, the Iraqi parliament ended its second legislative session without being able to pass any of the pending controversial laws. So yeah, so if you want to read that. This also was tweeted on X. Yeah, so now this article is longer, but I actually like this article better than the previous one. All right, so Sadani jumps up and says, hey, I'm going over to Jordan. And he was only there for a few hours. And of course, they're going to say they talked about what's happening in Syria while stressing the need to intensify international efforts to reach an immediate halt to the aggression on the other parts. The four-letter word that starts with the G, and how they have to be careful not to let the Middle East slide into chaos. So it's good. But also, I'm wondering, did they discuss the program? Because remember, a lot of the banks that are approved to do the dollar system once the auction goes down, they're Jordanian banks. So quite possibly, with my dinar goggles on, they had discussion about that. I hope they did, but that's me. So here's a new scandal. You can see I have here a new scandal. So they put this out. I'm sure maybe they're trying to show the people transparency, but then also some of the citizens are going to be upset. They're going to be like, see, you guys are no different. You're stealing from us just like the other banking people were. So why should we trust you? So catch 22, right? But so between finance purchases and central bank sales, disclosing a $10 billion difference. And another reason why I like this is it shows they've done some reconciliation. They've gotten final accountings, right? And we know, well, it's been said they won't RV until they've balanced, or I don't know another word to say besides balance, but I don't think that's the right word. The previous budgets, and they went all the way back to 2014. Remember that? And they had announced they were done with, I think, 2014 through 2018, but they still had to do those other years. How else would they know there's a difference of $10 billion? Someone did some counting somewhere, and look, they have this right here is Aliyah Locke, and this is the Minister of Finance. I wonder, are they going to, if this is true and correct, are they going to try to blame one of them, right? So you could read that. It's not a very long article. So here, there's still more talk about Halabusi's visit to here, America. He visited the Christian community in Michigan, and his message restores hope to the components of Iraq. So if you want to read that, you can, but I wanted to. Halabusi's visit to Washington was an official visit that discussed many common issues between the two countries, including investment, energy, and strengthening the Iraqi economy in a way that serves the country's interests in the next stage. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so then he went to Michigan where he met with the Christian community there and listened to their opinions and demands. Woo! What did they demand? But yes, I like that. And of course, some people were complaining, but whatever. Okay, and here's another article about him. See, there he is. Strengthening Iraq's position, praise for Sudani and Halabusi's regional and international moves. All right, so we have 5 minutes. I might go over a little, but I hope you think these articles are good and they're saying good things. So this, let me see. Iraq, with its careful and balanced stance, has gained the respect and appreciation of regional and international environment, and the moves made by the Prime Minister at various levels in the issue of openness to the Arab and international environments come in order for Iraq to have a role in shaping the region's policies in the future. This is a result of Iraq's great recovery and the agreements and partnerships signed by the Iraqi government with countries of the world, and these connections have great effects on Iraq's position. So then they go on and say other stuff, and Halabusi, who returned the visit to America and was well received there, who has returned from the visit, I think that should say, and was well received there. So good, good, good. Now here, Washington committed to protecting Iraq's security and sovereignty from external threats. But why is Washington protecting Iraq's sovereignty if Iraq is sovereign? See? And here, there's Barbara Leaf. And who just met with Barbara Leaf? Yep, Halabusi. Halabusi met with her when he was there just last week. So, but I believe this really is about Syria, because Syria is now, well, when it's all said and done, it's going to be a colony of us. Okay, so here, this is the video I want you to watch if you didn't already watch it, because it was discussed somewhere else. But, and it's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's really tragic and sad. But to hear him laugh and if you haven't read the book Confessions of an Economic Hitman, you should. And here's proof that we actually did those things. And they still want to do these things. So when you come here, this video will be live. See, I'm clicking. It's not live now because we're in preview. But when you come to the blog, if you want to watch this video, it's the last thing on the blog. All right. So I just want to talk about Syria. We have determined, and I say we because it's the West, not, maybe it is solely the U.S., but I'm going to say the West, have determined who is going to be in control of the transfer. I can't think of the right word. But so we have our guy there. Meanwhile, Ice Cream Land is bombs away, right? Ooh, I probably shouldn't have said that. They are just kablooing anything military, any kind of weaponry, anything, just tearing it up. But that's why I want you to watch that video. And then also, if you can look up, there's another plan called the Great Israel, the Greater Israel, the New Middle East. It has like 5 or 8 different names, but it's all about the areas that are currently under siege, for lack of a better phrase, right? That's what they're under, by Ice Cream Land. And then watch the video and list and see the countries listed in the video that I put there. This is a plan. This is a plan that they've had for a long time. But I just don't understand why they chose right now to go like full throttle on this plan. So, yeah, and if they know they're not done, they just need to go on and let Iraq have their money and their new rate, because they already know there's going to be continued chaos at the worst scenario, right? The best is movement of the people, right? Like Bob Marley said, they want certain areas, so they got to move those people out of those areas, and they're doing it by force. So, yeah. So, I'm really happy with the articles that came out today, and I hope you can see that they're good. And I still have hope. I still have my 2% feeling with hope, chance, right, that they'll do this like they say. They say they're going to shut off the auctions. It's apparent they're making moves, right, to shut off the auctions by the end of the year. So we'll see. All right. So thank you for listening. I really hope this was helpful. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow's Thursday, though. It's usually a slow day, news-wise, as they go into getting ready for their holiday. So thank you for listening. Accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any emails and pay all your bills. If there's a like, join, follow, subscribe, something of that nature button where you are enjoying this content, do whatever action it takes to activate that button. I don't update regularly, so if you take that action and all things work as they're supposed to, when I do update, you will be notified. All right. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time frame you're enjoying this content, and until next time.